Good afternoon, MCOM 163. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Gabriel Mungare with the latest updates on the Golden State Warriors. This is part one of my two-part podcast. Tune in to listen to the 5 things I believe the Warriors should address heading into the 2018 playoffs. That and much more up next in part one of this two-part podcast. The 5 things I believe the Golden State Warriors need to address before the playoffs is the 1 seed important, bench production, their defensive swagger, getting players rest, and staying consistent on the offensive end during the game and in crunch time. When asking in the past if the 1 seed was important to the Warriors, everyone thought the 1 seed was only important for the Warriors to have the home court advantage in the finals, coming to either play either team from the Eastern Conference, but the Cavaliers as of late. But now it's looking like the 1 seed in the Western Conference is more important than ever, with them now losing 2 of 3 to the Houston Rockets during the season, and their only win against the Rockets coming in Houston. But when thinking about it, the Warriors have one of the best road records over the past couple of seasons, and also on the year as a whole. When considering that, the 1 seed, is it worth it to put your players out every night, try that hard, and you may not even get the 1 seed at the end of the day? I believe the Warriors don't really need the 1 seed in this case and should just give it to the Rockets and let them have all the pressure going in with the 1 seed going into the 2018 playoffs. Now, when talking about the Warriors' bench play, that has been a little bit shaky at times. The starting lineup has done its job so far, with Stephen Curry averaging a little over 26 points, Durant averaging about the same, Clay at about 20 points a game, and Draymond at 11 points. But certain bench players that they've been really trying to rely on, such as Nick Young, Patrick McCaw, Andre Iguodala, and Shaun Livingston, have kind of been fallen short as of late. Nick Young only averaging not even 8 points a game. Andre Iguodala only averaging 6 points, and also Shaun Livingston only averaging about 5 points a game. It can get frustrating at times for the offense, and the Warriors really need to address this problem going into the playoffs, because they can't just rely on the starting lineup to get them through the whole game, and then they'll just wear out, and the bench needs to step up in that perspective. Now, for the defense end, the Warriors have been pretty consistent all year on defense. They rank in the top 10 in defensive rating with 103.6, and also with their defensive rebounding percentage at 76.5. And also as an overall team, they rank second with the Toronto Raptors as one of the best all-around teams in the NBA. But as of late, coming down the stretch, the defense has taken a couple possessions off now and then. These lapses they should not be tolerated come playoff time, because good playoff teams will quickly exploit that, and before you know it, the Warriors may be down 10 to 20 points in the second half and may not be able to overcome the deficit. And with being one of the best all-around teams in the NBA, the players just need rest before the playoffs. I feel Steve Kerr should at least sit down 2 to 3 guys each night to give them a rest in these last couple of games, just so they're ready for the playoffs and they can honestly just train their bodies for the stretch run come playoff time, because they'll need it facing teams such as the Rockets, the Utah Jazz, the Portland Trail Blazers, or whoever they may have to face come in the next few rounds of the playoffs. And along with rest will bring hopefully less injuries to the team, as the injuries have already plagued the team, such as Steph with his ankles, KD with his ribs, and Klay with his broken thumb. Hopefully, with the rest, they can all get healed up and ready for the stretch run in the playoffs. Now for my last thing I feel the Warriors need to address come to the 2018 playoffs. I feel they need to address the consistency on the offensive end. The Warriors, they tend to get off to slow starts come first, second quarter. And that's where the game can be won and lost at that point. Such as, if they get down 10 to 15 points going into halftime, the team's going to have a tall mountain to climb to get back into the game to start off the second half, and may not have the juice by the end of the game to get back into it. I feel they need to address this and stay consistent throughout the game if they want a realistic chance to run through the Western Conference playoffs as well as getting to the finals and giving themselves the best chance to win each game. Thank you for joining me today in my part 1 of my 2-part podcast. Part 2 will consist of talking about who I feel who are real potential threats to the Warriors during the Western Conference playoffs, as well as who I'd like to see the Warriors play in the 2018 NBA Finals. Thank you again.